Hi friends, it is November 12th. This is our notes for our math today. We started our multiplication unit 2 days ago on Monday, and today we're talking about a different way to show repeated multiplication, and that's called exponents. Okay, so we're going to start with our first bit of notes here. Number 1, exponents show repeated multiplication. And it's important that we know that because we're in a multiplication unit and we're going to use this again when we get into algebra. For example, let me just show you what I mean by this. Okay, here's our first example. In exponents, we have something called the base, and we have something called the exponent. Okay, for our example today, our base is going to be 2. That's the number we're going to be multiplying. And our exponent is 4. So I'm going to use some of my markers just to make sure that I highlight this. So again, we have our base here. That's 2. And our exponent is 4. And so what this means is we are going to take our base and multiply it the number of times that we see up here in our exponent. So 2 times, that's 1 time, 2 times, that's 2 times, 3, 2, 1 more time. So that means we multiplied 2 by itself 4 times. So we've got our first time, our second time, our third time, and our fourth time. And you will notice here that the number of times we multiply our number by itself is the same thing that we're going to use as our exponent number. This can also be put in written form. So in written form, it looks like this. We're going to say our base number, again, which is 2, raised to the 4th power. And what we mean is that we take this base number, this 2, and we're going to multiply it by itself 4 different times. So again, here's our base, here's our exponent. A lot of students get this confused. And so I'm going to show you the wrong way to write this and then the correct way to write this. So some students see 2 to the 4th power, and they like to write 2 to the 4th power as 2 times 4. But that is wrong. That's what we would call not equal. They are not the same things, because we know 2 times 4, this number right here, is the same as 8. And we know that 2 times 2 to the 4th power means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So let's see what that actually is. So here is the correct way to think about it. So 2 to the 4th power is the same as saying 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And the way I think of putting that together is if I multiply 2 times 2, I get 4. And if I multiply 2 times 2, I get what? 4. I'm going to bring down my multiplication symbol. And those of you who know your 4's multiplication, 4 times 4 is 16. So we know that 16 is not equal to 8. But in this, 16 is equal to 16 because 2 to the 4th power is 16. And so is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. They're the same thing. And again, I'm just going to highlight my exponent here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I'm looking for my other highlighter. And I've got my base here. Okay. Another note that we have to talk about is what if a number is raised to, let's see, the power of 1. So we say any number raised to the power of 1, like the number 1, is itself. So it's kind of like looking in the mirror. So I'm just going to put a note over here. Mirror. Okay? Any number raised to the power of 1 is itself. Let me give you a couple examples of this. Our first example is 2 to the power of 1. That would equal what? Itself. Oh, that's 2. Or how about if we take the number 10 and raise it to the power of 1? Anything to raise to the power of 1 is what? Itself. So this equals 10. You'll see that on your math worksheet for today. The last thing we need to talk about is any number raised to the power of, sorry, my pen's wearing out a little, 0 is the number 1. Okay, so any number raised to the power of 0 is 1. And I'll give you a couple examples of that one. Here's example number 1. Let's say we have 2 and we raise it to the power of 0. Well, that's just a 1. Let's say we have 10. We raise it to the power of 0. That's just 1 again. Okay? So you'll see a couple of these on your worksheet today. Today, your worksheet is going to ask you to do 2 things. It's going to give you a number with a base raised to an exponent, and it's going to ask you to write out the numbers like this. It's also going to give you a number like this, where you have 2 times 2 times 2, and it's going to ask you to show the base and the exponent. So it's going to flip-flop both ways. Hopefully this gave you a good explanation of exponents, and we'll review this again tomorrow when we get back together. Thanks, and have a great day.